Good evening, friends, and welcome to our Wednesday night live dip nail manicure. I am, as always, so excited to be here with you tonight. It is my favorite part of my week. It's always a sad week when, for whatever reason, I have to reschedule, but we're here tonight, and that's what matters. So I'm super duper excited to get started with you guys tonight. Was feeling fall. It is Thanksgiving weekend coming up here in Canada this weekend, so I felt like, what are the most Thanksgiving nails I can do? And pumpkins, you know, it had to be pumpkins, browns, oranges. And then I was going through my Pinterest for my inspiration, and I had a post saved from a little while ago, and I was like, I have to recreate this look. And then that got me on a new idea, because then I was like, it would be kind of fun to do like a once a month, take something from Pinterest and then recreate it so that we can kind of figure out like a how-to together. So I'd really love this to be a thing. And I would love to, I'm trying to figure out an easy way, because I would love if you guys wanted to send me your own Pinterest inspired manicures that are on season, so that maybe they could be considered for this new idea. It just came to me. I'm still plotting it out. But yes, tonight is the start of our let's see if we can create this Pinterest inspired manicure series that we're going to do. So I'm very excited about that. But in any case, I can see friends are joining. Hello, Riley. It's great to see you. Kay is here. Hello. Oh, Riley, that's awesome. Kay, thank you so much for hitting that share button already. I so appreciate it. Kristen, hello. Hello, Jillian. So good to see you. Hello, friends. It's so nice to see everyone. And Courtney is here. Hello, my friend. It's so good to see you. Okay, so like I said, it is Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada this weekend, so Thanksgiving nails were the way to go. These are Pinterest inspired, had to recreate them. So it's a little early for Thanksgiving nails, I know, for my American friends who are here, but hey, you can always save this, maybe recreate it in a couple weeks kind of thing, you know, maybe. Anyways, this is what we're going to be doing tonight. I love it. I'm like so excited. Let me just crank on my little tripod here. Hopefully that'll help it stay. Anyways, that's the look for tonight. Ariel, yeah, I'm in Canada, so our Thanksgiving is usually the second week of October. Ooh, Sin, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll look into that. All right, we're thinking. Ariel, you're not the only one. It always surprises me that so many people don't realize that Canadians celebrate their Thanksgiving in October. But you do learn something new all the time. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate it. All right, friends, so to create this look, we're going to be using Sparkle & Co. dip liquids. I really wanted to use my Manicure ones because that's the dip powder I'm using, but unfortunately, I have loved my Manicure dip liquids too much to the point where they're gone. It is so sad for me. So I've got to reorder some Manicure dippies. So we're going to be using Sparkle & Co., which are also a really good find. As far as colors go, so the dark brown is actually the Manicure color. So it does come with the starter kit that I got. And it is dark roasted. So we're going to be using that this evening. And then the base color for the pumpkin and the plaid is actually Calica by Revel Nail. So this color is a really good base for a lot of fall manicures because you can see that it pulls, it's like an ivory yellow. So it's a really good base. Now, I have to tell you guys, because someone made this comment on a Revel Facebook post so long ago and it has stuck with me. I could never do just a Calica manicure because someone said that Calica looks like incredibly yellow stained teeth. And they're not wrong, honestly. Like, it is such a weird color when it's by itself, and you'll see what I mean when I'm putting it on, but it does make such a pretty base for either nail art or glitter or anything like that. But every time I do my nails with Calica, that's where my mind goes, you know. It's just one of those things that, like, you wish you didn't have a visual of, but here we are. So Heather, yes, we do it all the same as you guys, other than there's no football. I actually, to be fair, Ariel, I have to say I didn't realize that Americans, I knew your Thanksgiving was in November, with Black Friday and stuff, but I didn't realize that you guys have Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday, I believe, because we do ours usually the Sunday or the Monday, depending on family schedules. So, you know, again, you learn something new all the time. But we do have a feast. We have big turkeys, and my family butter tarts, which are a Canadian delicacy, pumpkin pie, stuffing, the whole thing. So lots of fun. But anyways, like I said, this will be a Thanksgiving manicure for my fellow Canadians and also some upcoming inspo for my American friends who will be having their Thanksgiving in a couple weeks. So yeah, those are the colors that we're doing today. We're using Sparkle & Co. dip liquids. We're also going to be using my forever favorite Beetles gel liners to create the pumpkin and the plaid look. So, and then I'm actually skipping over a dip liquid top coat today, and we're going to go in with the Young Nails stain resistant top coat. And as always, I've got my trusty Full Cure Sun UV gel lamp to create the look. So if you guys want to get anything that I'm using tonight, I do have it linked over in my TikTok profile. So you can click the link, you can actually shop the look. You'll see a photo of this little fall manicure situation there. Yeah, that's it. I guess we should get rolling. So without further ado, let's get into our colors here. And friends, do not be shy. Please don't hesitate to double tap the screen, send some likes, maybe hit that share button a time or 2 or 5, you know. Some friends who want to see some fall nail inspo. All right, so grabbing our base liquid. Hello, Anna. It is so good to see you. All right, so we're going to grab our base liquid. We are going to start that brush in the middle of the nail. We're going to push all the way back up to that cuticle area, pull forward, and then we're going to swoop the sides like so. I always get a weird little like dip in my nail there. I've seen other people say that their nails do that too, but it drives me nuts. All right. Dip number 1 is in the books, friends. Then we're going to grab our toothpick. We're just going to trace that cuticle line area to remove any excess and keep trucking along. That's awesome, man. I love that we're on the beach in October in Ontario. It is so hot out today. Do I think this method works better? In comparison to what, Ariel? Like, in comparison to other like acrylic or gel, or in comparison to other dip powder methods? I'm not sure what you mean, so I just want to make sure I answer your question correctly. So what I like to do to apply my dip powder is follow what has been nicknamed the TikTok application method. So that means we start with 1 full dip. And then to build that apex, we're going to follow that up with a half dip, a 3/4 dip, and then 1 more 4th dip and call it a day. Now I'm going to go ahead and dip all of my nails first. And then once I'm done, we're going to activate, we're going to buff them smooth, and then we'll get into the gel nail art. Ariel, I don't really, like, I have applied in a different order depending on kind of a look that I might be doing, but I don't think it really matters if you apply your apex layers first or not. I just like to do it this way. But I do like the TikTok application apex building method as opposed to what is called just the apex method with just the strip down the middle. And I think that really comes down to personal preference and the shape of your natural nail and kind of what works for you. And there's that is very true for a lot of techniques when it comes to doing your nails, even doing your hair. It's the same thing. Everybody's nails and hair are so different. So what works for me might not necessarily work for somebody else, kind of thing. So you do have to experiment a little bit. I've tried both methods. I think both are good. This is the one that has been working well for me. You didn't miss it, Michaela. You made it. Your manicure crack for the first time. So if it's the first time it's happened, Anna, the one thing I would be suspect of is if your activator may have gotten contaminated. Because cracking can definitely be not applying enough layers or over buffing. But if you're applying in the same way that you always do, my next guess would maybe be check the activator and see if it's been contaminated and has any powder in it, because that can definitely lead to some issues. Jess, I am mostly dipping on my natural nail. A couple weeks ago, I dropped a box on my middle finger and busted that nail, so I have a tip there. And this weekend, I was tiling and busted up my ring finger, so I also have a tip there. So I'm kind of rocking both right now because I am clumsy, but that is the benefit of doing our own nails at home, is we have the power to fix them when we are clumsy people who are rough on our nails like me. Michaela, we are doing some fall pumpkin nails today. This is a Pinterest inspired manicure that we're recreating. Oh, nice, Michaela. Is that the spiced and cider and calica manicure, I think? I think that's what I remember you saying. Nice. Okay, that's exciting. I'm excited for you to get those in the mail. All right, friends. So we are going to build up the apex on our nails. So to do that, we are going to do a half dip on each of our nails. So I'm going to grab my base brush. I'm going to start just below the halfway point. And then remove that brush just halfway up the nail and down. This brush is so prone to getting so much liquid on it. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to paint the bottom half of the nail. And then what I also like to do on this layer to avoid getting any chips is I do like to cap the edge, but just by running the brush very, very lightly over the free edge. And dip, and then I'm going to continue that on each finger. I love these Sparkle & Co. liquids, but you definitely need to be careful how much you get on the brush because it does seem to want to carry quite a bit of liquid. And that is not what we want because we will end up in Mess City. Okay. And then we're going to switch over to Calica, and same thing. Ooh. It's not the toothpick today. Apparently it's Calica running away from me. Maybe it's because I made that stained yellow teeth comment about it. It's upset with me now. Alright. And we dip. Okay. What's my favorite dip brand? So it definitely depends. I like a lot of them. My favorite dip liquids to use are like Virgo and Gem, West Coast Dips. I really like Kiara Sky. Macart is a very good option for an affordable Amazon option. I'm also starting to fall in love with these Sparkle & Co. liquids. And any of those companies have really great dip powders too. Hello, Marissa. It's great to see you. Yay, Bella. I'm so glad you're loving them. Anna, yes. Hello, Kristen. Good to see you. Oh, Jana, yes. Jana, we're preparing for Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. We've got fall nails going. There we go. So we are using Dark Roast by Macart for the dark brown. We're using Calica by Rebel Nail for the base. And then we're going to be using those, my all-time favorite Beetles gel liners for the rest of it. So... all right, so cruising right along. So now we're going to get into our third dip and we're going to continue building that apex on the nail. So this time we're going to go 3/4 of the way up the nail. So starting at that halfway point, going up to 3/4 and pulling down. I gotta wait more liquid off the brush because this one, again, likes to carry a lot of liquid. And I'm just gonna paint that. Now guys, on this third layer, I do like to cap the edges as well. So I'm just gonna run that brush very, very lightly over the free edge and dip in the powder. And then I'm gonna continue that on each finger. Love that, Anna. Ah, Jana, no, that sucks. When I do top coat, the brush gets hard and I let my activator dry for long. Oh, so Ariel, one thing that I like to do is just wipe my finger with either a paper towel or a lint-free wipe, and that'll get off all the excess activator that might be sitting on your nail. The other thing I like to do is when I do my first layer of top coat, I actually do 3 very quick strokes to limit the contact time that the brush has with the nail, and then that will help with to avoid contamination. If you go over to my TikTok profile, I do have a playlist. I think it's the very first playlist. It's like dip application. There is a tutorial video for how I apply top coat, and that will probably be more helpful because it'll at least give you some visuals of what I'm trying to say. Diane, it is okay that you're late because you're here now, and that makes me so happy. Paige, no worries. As we are using Sparkle & Co. base liquids tonight, we're using Macart Dark Roasted and Revel Calica for the base, and then we're going to be using Beetles gel liners to do the nail art after. All right, let's get these last couple dips done here. I'm just trying to cruise along on these dips, friend, because this nail art took me a hot minute, and I just want to make sure that I get time to get through all of it with you guys. Ooh, Ariel, okay, perfect. I hope that helps. The brush saver is for if you get any sort of contamination on the brush that hardens the brush, so you can put it in the brush saver for 24 hours and that'll make it nice and soft and usable again. Marissa, if your second top coat is drying flat and grainy, it could be a timing issue. So it could be that your activator isn't quite dry or there's some left on the nail. So again, if you go over to my TikTok profile and my dip application playlist, I do have a tutorial step-by-step of how do I apply top coat to avoid and get a nice finish. Do I notice a slight difference in color from the last coat to the first? It depends on the color, Anna. Like some colors are so pigmented that like you can see the color right away. Others, like even with Calica here, so you can see that I did one dip here and you can see that it's building, right? So yeah, it could definitely make a difference. How many layers do I do? So Angelica, I do 4 layers total, but they're not technically all full layers. Some are going to be the second and 3/4, or sorry, half and 3/4 dip, and that's just to build an apex up on the nail. Oh, Anna, you're saying they look kind of ombre when you did a purple. I'm wondering, because some colors, Anna, can actually, like, you can buff away the pigment. Is that what you mean? Was it after buffing? Because I know pastels are really prone to that, so it's a good idea with any kind of light pastel color that's prone to that is to encapsulate it in a clear powder, and that will avoid it changing color. I don't know if that's maybe the issue. Now friends, on this 4th and final dip, I am doing the entire nail. And because I'm doing the entire nail, I am going to use my little toothpick trick here and give it a little swipe. Like so. Okay, hopefully that'll help, Anna. Let me know how that works. Okay. Okay, we are cruising right along. Okay. We're all done with the brown. What are my tips for doing my non-dominant hand? So I always start with my non-dominant hand. And I know that sounds like a really silly tip, but quite frankly, when you're first starting your manicure, you have a little bit more patience. So it's a little bit easier to do work with your non-dominant hand if you start with it. Other than that, really it's just practice a lot of the times. Well, Lem, I'm excited to hear that. Oh, with the base. Again, go slow and definitely start with that hand so that way you have a little bit more patience to work and give yourself some grace as you learn. It does get better as you go. But yeah, definitely start with that hand. That's my biggest tip, and that's what helped me a ton. Kay, you've been here week after week. It is about that time. It is probably going to get lost here shortly. It's like every 20 minutes or so it goes out, and I haven't been able to figure out why it does that or how to stop it. Oh, Em, that's awesome. Thank you. I like it as well. It makes me feel like I'm more like involved in chatting with you guys. So, because that's truly my favorite part about doing my nails every week on these is that I feel like I get to hang out with my friends. So, it is fun. All right, we are almost done all of our dips here, friends. We are going to be activating and then buffing out here shortly. Perfect. All right, so this nail got a little wonky. I'm just gonna show you guys because I like for you guys to see my imperfections and kind of how we work with it. So I think it was just because of the tip. I was a little lazy today with my tip application, so I didn't do my little acetone trick to blend. So you can see that we've got a little bit of, it's a little bulky, but it's okay because we're gonna buff it out. It's gonna be totally fine. So let's do it. Mandy, I don't use builder gel myself. I don't dislike it. I just prefer to take off and do a full fresh mani. But lots of people use builder gel and they absolutely love it. And they love using it with a peel base just for the ease of removal and switching manicures out. So definitely something worth looking into. But yeah, I don't tend to use it myself. Ariel, do I have any idea for next week's nails? No, my friend. Most likely the next couple weeks are going to be all Halloween nails because I love Halloween nails. I'm only going to get to do a couple of them, so we're probably going to go full Halloween, but I haven't fully thought that far ahead, quite frankly, because I'm more of a get here on Wednesday and then figure out what I'm going to do, you know? I'm very last minute. Oh, Anna, I don't know. The only nails that I do are just when my nieces come to visit. I'll do their nails for them, but I'm not a nail tech, so I don't make a habit of doing people's nails, unfortunately. I don't know if I would trust myself. It is so weird going from doing your own nails to someone else's nails. But I would love to do like nail art on people because it'd be so much easier to do it on others than myself. All right, we're gonna fix this wonky, bulky nail. Just gonna be a little generous with my activator here. So this is what's gonna cure everything up, get it all nice and hardened, and then we're gonna go in and buff all of this out and get it nice and smooth. Ariel, we're on the same page, yes. Oh, Mandy, that means a lot. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, you find it easier, Anna? Like I find like doing the base and stuff like that, I find it easier on myself. Like when I do my niece's nails, it's getting a little bit better, but I do find it's a whole thing to paint someone else's nails. It's just like a different, I think it's just the different angle. But my youngest niece, she loves always picking out like cool nail art and stuff. So I love doing nail art on other people because I can obviously be a little bit more creative using just my dominant hand. All right, friends, I think we're just about hardened up. So you can hear that clickety clack. So when your nails are clicking, it means it's time to be buffing. So we're gonna grab our curved file. And then you guys know I like to start going around the cuticle area to blend everything in, and the curved file make it, oh, we lost my face. Hey, you were so close. Yeah, Angelica, chrome powder is actually not very hard to do. It's actually like a pretty easy nail art. It's just having the supplies to do it, really. Kay, you called it. I knew as soon as I saw it out, I was like, yep. What do I think on using an e-file? So using an e-file, I have one. I use mine mainly for removal. And the reason is because when I'm on these lives, I find it just a little bit easier to chit chat with you guys if I'm hand filing. And then because I started doing it that way, I actually prefer hand filing a little bit more. I just find I have a little bit more control, so I enjoy that aspect of it. But I do like having an e-file for removal because it makes it a lot faster. But lots of people use an e-file for buffing. Also, I will say an e-file is way easier for getting around your cuticle area. As much as a curved file is fantastic, an e-file will do a little bit better of a job because you can get in there better, but there is nothing wrong with doing a plain old hand file, you know? Ariel, so I am in the Eastern time zone. Canada has like, what, 4 or 5 total time zones? We're a pretty big country, so I'm in Eastern time zone, so I'm in the same time zone as New York City. So it is 5:57 in the evening here. All right, guys, so like I said, I like to just go around my cuticle area just to blend everything in first. And then I like to go down just the one side, like so. And then blend the other side. And then if you've got any, I don't really have one that's too bad, but if you do have any little dippy doos, you can kind of just go along the bottom of the nail like so to get that all blended in. There we go. Okay, so these nails, that calica did not want to apply nice. Like, look how funky those are. You guys see that? You're getting the before, okay? We didn't, the application was not smooth here. But buffing is going to be our friend. So, ooh, okay, that's awesome. I'm glad you're having good luck with that. All right. All right, we're making progress, friends. Bulky nail no more. All right, so you can tell that's already looking way better than it was a second ago because it looked a lot more like that nail did. Right? Buffing is our friend. Buffing makes a world of difference. All right, so there's the before on this one again, friends, just to give you an idea. We're in rough shape. Don't fret, we're gonna buff it out. So I'm just trying to show you guys so that way if you run into this doing your own nails, which you will, it happens. You know, even when we get better at doing things, sometimes we're not paying attention. Sometimes our products just aren't agreeing with us. So always trust the process with the buffer, because your buffer is going to be your friend in so many different scenarios. All right, so there's progress. So we're not quite there yet, but we are getting there, because you can tell it's already a million times better. But I don't know if you guys can see as well, but there's still some variations in the color. So you can tell where the file hasn't quite hit yet. So that means we're not really that smooth. Or sorry, not as smooth as we want to be. So we're just going to keep going a little bit more. Sorry guys, my camera keeps like flipping around because I keep pulling the cord. All right, I think we're in good shape. So I think all I really need to do is just sharpen up those edges, and then we'll be laughing. Ariel, every like couple manis or so. I only use these ones on myself, so. Kelly, this is a 180 grit. All right, friends, so I'm gonna do the rest of the orange buffer blocks, but what a difference. Trust the buffing process, it'll do wonders. What am I making for Thanksgiving? So I normally just show up at my parents' house still. But this year, because I have a blended family, so I'm trying to make the rounds. Everybody's doing Thanksgiving on the same day. So my husband and I are actually going to bring our homemade lasagna for one side of the family. And then we're going to be getting, joining the other side of the family on Sunday. So we're getting a little pasta dinner on Saturday, and then probably a traditional turkey and all that kind of stuff on Sunday. All right, friends, we are in good shape. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is just go around and sharpen up my shape. Oh my gosh. What if I just hold it like that? Is that better? It keeps moving around. It's driving me nuts. It's probably driving you guys nuts. All right, so because this part is very hard to do in front of the camera, I'm just gonna do a quick up close check and make sure that our nails are good. So guys, whenever I am shaping, I like to hold my nails more like this. because I find it a little bit easier just to make sure that shape's even. And then, not with my thumb, but if I'm doing these fingers, same thing. I'll kind of hold them here or hold them down on my desk, and then I'll turn it around and then file like this. And I find if you pay attention to both those angles, you'll do a much better job at getting things even, because you can see different imperfections depending on the angle. Like that. Good grief. Okay. Okay. I think we're just about there, friends. Bear with me. All right. I'm satisfied with that. So now that we have that, I'm just gonna grab the orange little buffer, give a quick buff to get all the little nooks and crannies smooth, and then we're gonna dive into some gel nail art. Yay, Tam, I'm so excited to hear that. Sweet. I am using Manicure dark roasted on the dark brown, and then I'm using Revel's Calica for the base on my middle and my ring finger. Sweet Queen, so usually to prep, I will remove all the cuticles. So I use the Blue Cross cuticle remover with a glass nail file. And then once those are good to go, then I'll go in and give my nails a very, very light buff with one of these little files. And then I use a nail cleanser with acetone and rubbing alcohol to cleanse the nail and get rid of all the moisture and oils before I dip. If you go over to my TikTok profile, I do have a pinned video that goes through my entire nail prep process. All right, friends, so there we go. So I'm just gonna grab my nail brush, I'm just gonna get the dust out, and then we're gonna do some fun nail art. Dry these babies. You're very welcome, Sweet Queen. I hope that helps. All right. It's nail art time, my friends. Okay, so I have my Sun UV lamp that I'm going to be using. And then, like I said, I'm going to be using the Beetles gel liner. So I've already mixed up kind of like a custom palette of colors here, because the colors in that kit, it comes with everything you need. And then if the shade's not right, you have enough colors to kind of tweak it to get the right shade, which is what I love about that kit so much. If you guys want to get a hold of anything that I'm using, I do have it linked over in my TikTok profile. So if you scroll down, you'll see a picture of these little nails here, and you can shop the entire look. Tim, I'm so happy to hear that. That's awesome. The Manicure liquids are definitely a gem, for sure. All right, friends, so we're going to do this nail art. So I'm going to start with the ring finger and doing the plaid on that hand, and then we're going to move over to the pumpkin. Now, there's going to be a lot of curing and steps involved in this, but we're going to get through it. It's going to be great. So I am going to start with using a long, skinny brush. A brush like this is going to make your life so much easier for getting straight lines. So we're going to start by just dipping into our gel. And then I'm going to start the plaid by doing a straight line. I'm actually going to move you guys closer. And you guys can probably see a little bit easier. Perfect. And then we're just going to start with a straight line down the nail. And then I'm going to do two more. And guys, again, having this long-tailed brush is the MVP. That is how you get the straight lines. Without it, I would not be able to achieve this. So, and then I'm just going to thicken these up just a little bit. And the thing with this look actually is it's okay if the nail art looks a little messy and hand drawn, because it's kind of part of the vibe, if you will. Okay, so we got our 3 lines there, and then I'm going to start doing the horizontal line. So again, I'm going to start in the middle of my nail. I'm going to move you guys even closer. There we go. It is the Beetles gel liner. So if you go onto my TikTok profile and click the link, I have this set linked under the shop to look or my nail art idealist. The kit is fantastic. I love these so much. Jana, I'm doing my best, okay? I'm doing my best. Also, it's a pretty simple plaid. It's not like an aggressive plaid. So we're starting small, you know? All right, so then we're going to go through the middle of the nail again, but this time we're going to go horizontal. And then I'm going to cap it on this side. And then I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit to make it more even. And then I'm going to continue with a couple more horizontal lines. And then I actually found it looked better if I added just a little thin line up top. And then another one down at the bottom. Right, so we've kind of got this checkerboard pattern going now. So now that we've done that, we're going to pop it in for a full cure, like so. And I really... You guys got to pay close attention when I post the nail inspo videos because I do those ahead of these with my non-dominant hand, and honestly my other hand is just like I'm like, I got it squeezed to me, like just trying so hard to hold it still. But yeah, it's a I don't know if you'd say the same if you saw my other hand up close. I think you guys could. I appreciate all the love. You guys are really boosting my ego, but honestly, guys, practice. And sometimes it doesn't go very well for me. I just don't always show those. That's what camera magic is for. Da, da, da. Also, while I have everybody here and while we're just kind of waiting, I was earlier today talking about I'd like to do once a month where we do a Pinterest inspired manicure, which is essentially what today is. I found a picture on Pinterest and I was like, I have to recreate that. But I'd love for you guys to be able to like throw out ideas too. Someone suggested a Facebook group, which I don't know if that will work very well, but I'm actually thinking about utilizing that Threads app because then you guys could post pictures there. And it's kind of like a Twitter. Anyway, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if you guys are down for that. I haven't really used the Threads app too much, but we'll see. Ooh, Discord's a good idea too. Okay, let me sit on this and I will figure it out. Yes, I have tried it, Karen. I didn't love their liquids. I do have a dip liquid review of Nail Boo posted on my profile under the dip liquid review playlist. Jana, it's okay. I work in digital marketing, which is the only reason I hear about half this stuff, but even still I can't keep up. So of course you're back, Fallon. Hello. I love you. I miss you. Karen, you're very welcome. Okay, friends, back into this design here. So I'm going to grab my smaller brush and we're going to make these little lines to kind of create the plaid or whatever kind of plaid this is. It's definitely not a traditional plaid, but anywho, here we are. So I'm going to dip into the black gel liner and then I'm going to create little like 3 diagonal streaks on every place that the orange kind of crosshairs. We're gonna do them all in the same direction. So I like to do the one in the middle and then 2 on the sides. I'm going to continue that everywhere there's a crosshair on the nail. I will also say this will be easier if you keep the amount of liquid on your brush pretty light, because otherwise you can get crazy real fast. Especially when you're using your non-dominant hand and you don't have as much control. I actually do need a little bit more liquid though, because it's getting a little too dry. Aw, Fallon, you're the best. All right, let's keep going. Just a little bit. All right. Just gonna put like kind of a fake line in these spots. Like so. So there we go. It's all line work. And then we're gonna pop that in for a full cure. And then we're gonna do the pumpkin. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys because I know, again, camera magic makes it look easy, but I wiped that pumpkin shape off initially like 7 times because I couldn't quite get it right. Same with that little swirly swirl. I kind of figured out a way to do it that's a little easier. So I'll walk you guys through that, but things don't always go to plan, quite frankly. So we always have to adapt. So, bum, 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 bum. You guys are the best multitaskers I know. I'm glad we can all hang out at the same time. I hate waiting for my cure lamp. I'm so impatient. I mean, I don't take it out early because you shouldn't. But it's so like, ugh. I'm too fidgety. Oh, Anna, you are doing someone else's nails. Amazing. Thank you, Marissa. I appreciate that. Fallon, thank you for sharing. Skipper Joe's Souvenirs, thank you for hitting that share button. I appreciate it. Anna, that makes sense. Well, I forgot, you're actually an esthetician, right? So I feel like, yeah. That's fair. All right, let's get into this pumpkin. So I'm going to try to do this in one hop, but it didn't go as smooth earlier, so we're going to be careful. So I kind of want the pumpkin to be angled. So I'm going to like start by swooping her from here. And then I'm gonna swoop it along the other side. You guys still see? I guess you guys want to be closer, eh? There we go. All right, perfect. And then we'll swoop the other side. So basically, we've created a little like pumpkin bum situation. Okay, so do I love it? No, we're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna do a quick flash cure because I don't want to smudge anything, but I just want to put that there before we do the plaid inside the pumpkin, so that way we got something to work with. And then I'll grab my orange brush again. That makes sense, Anna. That makes sense. All right, so for my nails, I'm gonna, for the plaid, oh my gosh, why am I thinking? Why do I think I can hold that at the same time? So you can see that the plaid lines actually go in a more diagonal direction on the pumpkin, so we're gonna do that as well over here. So how did I do that? Okay. So I'm just gonna draw straight lines. Again, a long brush is gonna be your friend here. I'm gonna thicken those up just a wee bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the diagonal across. Like so. I feel like I want these just a little bit thicker. Okay, and then I'm gonna pop that in for a full cure this time. And then we're gonna finish that plaid. Like I said, there's a lot of like curing in this design because there's just so many little details, and I like to cure in between so that way I don't mess anything up part of the way through. So I'm gonna let that cure, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is those little black lines there, and then start working on the stem. Stem, that is the word I'm looking for. Kristen, I think with practice you could, I promise. Guys, I'm not an artist by any means. I don't draw, I don't do, I used to dance as a kid, but I'm not an artist. I just maybe had a little too much time on my hands and a little too much, or maybe an unhealthy dose of I think I can do that. And then, yeah. It's also just like breaking down the design too. I find that really helps. So like with this pumpkin, just kind of seeing how to break down the design so you can do it in little small steps and make it happen. So hopefully by doing these videos, and that's kind of what my idea was with this like Pinterest inspired series that I want to do, is like just taking photos that we find on Pinterest and then breaking down how to achieve the look. Some are well beyond my pay grade, okay? But you know, I feel like we could simplify a few of them. Michaela, you're too kind. You're too kind. Have I seen Gel X allergies? I don't use Gel X. Where did I get my brushes? Brushes are from Amazon. Okay, so now that we've got the plaid there, we're gonna go in with our black again, and we're just gonna add those little doohickey lines. I don't know what they're called. Just to the center. Or sorry, the crosshairs of like in the pumpkin. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my brown brush and I'm going to do the stem. And to do the stem, it's just kind of making a triangle. You guys still see that? Is that better? Sorry guys, my camera keeps moving. All right, so I'm going to make kind of a little triangle situation here. Now, this is going to look junky. Another thing that I have learned is if you apply a little bit of black outlining to these hand-drawn designs, it makes a world of difference. So you can already kind of see, like, that's what the stem looks like with the black, and that's what it looks like plain. So it's going to look kind of poopy. That's okay. We're going to keep working with it. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to pop that in for a full cure. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is we'll do the black lines in front of the pumpkin, and then we'll start doing it the green leaves and the little vine. Doohickey lines. I mean, I feel like you guys know what I mean when I say that, so we'll just roll with it. It's coming, friends. All right. Perfect. It's coming. I'm curing. All right. That should be good. Okay. Now, let's go in with our green. And we're going to create a little, how did I do that? Oh, that's on the outside. Okay, so on the inside, we're going to do a little leaf. So I'm just going to do two kind of like swirls basically. Again, these look better when we add that black outlining to them. And then, okay, so that little like swirly vine thing was a nightmare to do on my other hand. I had to wipe that so many times. But what I found worked is if we do like little C's and then we're going to connect them afterwards. So like little C and then a little C above that. And then another little C. To connect it down. And then it kind of makes a little twisty doohickey. And then we'll just connect those lines there to make it look like a little swirly Q. That part was hard, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that that wouldn't be that difficult, but it was pretty freaking difficult. So it's like weird little things you wouldn't expect to be the problem. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my black again, and then I'm actually gonna add in the lines going down the pumpkin. So we're gonna like swirl them out. So we're gonna go down like so. And then I'm gonna go down the other side. Okay, and then I just want to darken up these lines. Oh, actually, no, we did the green. Haha, almost caught me. I'm going to do a flash cure, and then we'll do the little blackout lines. Oh, no, we lost my face. You're right, Diane. 1 second. Curlicues. I only do use technical names, actually. So, curlicues, doohickeys. We're very technical over here. Yeah. You guys are fun. I'm glad you get my sense of humor because sometimes I think I'm just weird. So this is great. Okay, let's keep moving on. So then I'm going to grab my black and then we're going to darken these couple lines here. And then I'm going to add the little detailing on the stem and also the leaf. So I did that. Okay. So I'm going to darken these lines here just a wee bit to help the pumpkin stand out a little more. You guys can see okay, hopefully. And then I'm going to outline the stem. Okay. So I'm just going to go up the one side, using a very, very light touch. And then I thought it was kind of cute if you make like a little C shape on top of it just to make it stand out. And then I'm just gonna put a little line of black in the leaf just to give it a little character. And then it kind of stands out. And that's it. After a million cures, that's all it takes. It's like nothing. Yes, Michaela, we can be weirdos together. I don't know, doohickeys are better, I think. Well, the doohickeys are the lines, Marissa, and the curlicues are the little vine thing. All technical names, as Jana said. Oh my gosh, you almost had me there. I almost messed it up. Hello, Amanda. That's okay. I'm glad you're here now anyways. You're just about to top coat with us. So guys, I'm going to fully cure those gel liners and then I'm going to go in with a top coat. I'm going to use the Young Nails stain resistant gel top coat on everything. So, perfect. We're getting it. Just waiting for my lamp to cure. Sorry guys, this part's kind of boring. And then we're going to do the gel. Did I already say this? We're going to do the gel over top of the dip as well. Just to make things easier. Sometimes I do like normal dip top coat over my dip fingers, and then I just use gel top coat when I use gel nail art. But just for the sake of ease, we're going to do a gel top coat on all. Which you can do. The only thing is make sure before you use a gel over top of your dip, don't do that second activation. So activate your nails, buff them smooth, go get some water and get all the dust off, and then go in with gel. Amanda, yes, the next couple weeks are going to be straight Halloween nails because I'm pretty excited to dive into those. So it just felt like a little early this week. And I am in Canada, so Thanksgiving's this weekend. So I figured Thanksgiving nails this week, and then next week we're full Halloween. All right, so with our gel top coat, we are going to apply that to all of our nails. And the thing with any top coat is make sure that you cap your edges so that you don't get any chips. So we're just going to run that brush very lightly over the free edge. And then we're going to continue on and apply that to all fingers. Including our cute little nail art that we've managed to make happen today. I find sometimes when I do nail art, I don't love it, but then as soon as I put top coat on it, something about that just brings it together. And that's how I felt earlier when I did the first pumpkin on the other hand. I was like, I don't love this, it's crap, I gotta take it off. And then I put gel top coat on and I was like, yep, we're in a good place now. All right, so there we go. So that's how everything looks going into the lamp. 27 days, Fallon, and then not only is it Halloween, but it is my niece's 16th birthday. That's crazy, Fallon. That's crazy. I don't know what Halloween nails to do next week. I love Halloween nails. Halloween nails are so fun, but I don't know what to start with. We'll see. We shall see. Jules, thank you for hitting that like button. Diane, I use the Sun UV. Can you see it there? It's a Sun UV gel lamp. The full flex, Val, the full flex. Amanda, thank you for hitting that like button. I so appreciate it. Sweet Queen, I am on these lives every week doing my nails, so I switch out my manicures every week. It is a great lamp, Andy. I absolutely love it. All right, friends, I'm just going to wipe with rubbing alcohol, and then we're done. All right, so grab my rubbing alcohol to get that inhibition layer off the gel. And there we go. Done and done. There's the two nails or hands together. I love it. It's so cute. I'm so excited for Thanksgiving nails. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate that, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, Mandy. So guys, this is a totally ripped off Pinterest inspired nail set. I had to try it. I love it. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe next month. I'll sort it out, but yeah, I definitely want to do like one Pinterest inspired manicure a month where we just like take an inspo photo and then see if I can recreate it. because this one was a lot of fun. And I do get a lot of inspiration off of Pinterest and different ideas and stuff. It's such a great spot to find good nail inspo. So I thought that would be a fun way that we could, you know, break down some fun looks together. Thank you, sweet queen. I appreciate that. Oh, Jules, well, I mean, hopefully, I think it's worth it. Anna, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Amanda, I'll be right over. Awesome. And I'm sure your daughter's nails right now are looking fabulous as well. So you'll have to send me a picture. You can send DMs, I believe, through TikTok, and if not, through Instagram. Thank you, Marissa. I appreciate that. Oh, perfect, Amanda. We're like neighbors. All right, my friends. Well, it is time, unfortunately, for our Wednesday night dip powder manicure fun to end. But, you know, we've got more fun coming up. I will be here next. Actually, I will forewarn you guys that there could be a change of schedule next week due to some family visiting. So as far as I know, I will be on regular schedule. So next Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if not, I will send out an email alert. So if you're not already on the email list, you can go over to my TikTok profile, scroll down, put your email in. I always send alerts when I'm going live. I always send alerts in case we have to change up our regular Wednesday evening schedule. And I also send out alerts when the replay of our lives is available. So definitely go sign up for that if you're interested. But other than that, I should hopefully see everybody next Wednesday. And if not, I'm going to try to rearrange. And if not, it'll be the Wednesday after that for sure. But I'm definitely going to try to rearrange because I want to get in 3 full Halloween manicures. So, you know. Ah, Courtney, well, there you go. Before you go, you can see everything. Karen, if you go over to my TikTok profile, I have a dip liquid review playlist. I go through all of my opinions on different ones I've tried. But just off the top of my head, Macart Dippies on Amazon is a great starter pack that's in the more affordable range. Sparkle & Co liquids on there are great. Kira Sky is good, a little pricier, but great, fantastic liquids. Virgo and Gem, West Coast Dips, any of those are going to be really good to start with. Bye, Fallon. I miss you. Sounds good, Courtney. Awesome, friends. Well, I hope everybody has an awesome rest of their night. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If you are like me and in Canada, I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend. If you're in America, I hope you have a great regular weekend. And yeah, hopefully I will see everybody next week. In the meantime, take it easy. And I will chat with everybody very, very soon. Thank you, friends. Happy Thanksgiving, Amanda.